Angel Reese hasn't played for the Chicago Sky since July 29th, and her absence is raising serious questions that deserve real answers. While some are speculating about the reasons, we're going to stick to the verified facts about what's actually happening with the Sky's star forward. If you're following the WNBA this season, you need to understand what's really going on in Chicago because this situation affects the entire league. Make sure you're subscribed as we break down the confirmed reports and actual statements about Angel Reese's absence. Here's what we know for certain. Angel Reese has been dealing with a back injury that's kept her out of multiple games. Head coach Tyler Marsh has consistently listed her as day-to-day, stating they don't want to push it too much with a back injury and want to be careful. This isn't speculation, these are his actual words to reporters. The timing has been particularly challenging for the Chicago Sky. The team is having one of their worst seasons in recent years, and they've struggled significantly without their star forward. In games without Angel Reese, the Sky have a 1-7 record, with multiple blowout losses including margins of 30-plus points. These are verified statistics, not opinions. What makes this situation more complex is what Angel herself said earlier this season about team dynamics. In an interview with Marquee Sports Network in April, she made comments about her rookie year, saying, quote, "Last year was tough for me because I didn't have a lot of that," when referring to support she's now trying to provide rookie Hailey Van Lith. This was about her 2024 rookie season, not the current situation, but it does provide context about past challenges. The Sky underwent significant changes after last season. Head coach Teresa Weatherspoon was replaced by Tyler Marsh. According to Chicago Sun-Times reporter Annie Costabili's reporting from October, there were concerns about the previous coaching staff's approach. Costabile reported that according to league sources, Weatherspoon had lost the locker room because of a culture that catered to the needs of a few players. This is documented reporting, not rumor. Additionally, the Sky chose not to extend a qualifying offer to Chennedy Carter, their leading scorer from 2024 who averaged 17.5 points per game. General manager Jeff Pagliocca released a statement saying, "However, we've made changes to our staff and will make changes to our roster." The decision was reportedly related to locker room dynamics, according to multiple reports. Former Sky player Marina Mabrey, who was traded to Connecticut mid-season last year, addressed speculation about her departure in an article from Annie Costabile. Mabrey stated, "I came to play for James Wade, the system he had built, and the vision he saw for me." She clarified her departure was related to coaching changes, not teammates. Now, regarding Angel's current injury situation, she previously played through back issues earlier this season. She was seen wearing a back brace during games where she still performed, including one where she scored 20 points. However, the team has been cautious about her return, with Marsh emphasizing they're being precautionary. Some observers have noted that Angel didn't travel with the team to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Earlier this season, there was controversy when Angel claimed she heard about incidents at that arena, though she later acknowledged she didn't hear anything directly herself. Whether this influenced the travel decision is unconfirmed, but the correlation has been noted by fans and media. The technical foul situation is another documented concern. According to official WNBA statistics, Angel Reese leads the league with 7 technical fouls. One more would result in an automatic 1-game suspension. Coach Marsh has stated that these technicals often result from passion and competitive fire, which can be hard to control in the moment. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever have been performing strongly even without Caitlin Clark, who's been dealing with her own injury issues. The Fever are 17-12 with a 5-game winning streak at one point without Clark. This is particularly relevant because the Fever have dominated the season series against the Sky. The Sky, holding a 7-1 record over the past 2 seasons. The contrast in how both teams have handled their stars' injuries is worth noting. The Fever have provided regular updates on Clark's condition, with official statements about her medical evaluations. Clark has been visible on the bench supporting teammates, something noted by multiple media outlets and social media posts. Sophie Cunningham has emerged as a key player for the Fever during this period. After a viral incident where she defended Clark against Connecticut, her popularity has soared. Her jersey sales increased significantly, and she's gained over 1 million followers on social media platforms. This is documented growth, not speculation. Rachel Banham of The Sky gave an honest assessment of the team's play without Reese, telling reporters, "It's felt gross. It's exactly how you guys probably look at it. It's just gross basketball. There's no other way to really describe it." This direct quote illustrates the team's struggles without their star forward. The trade deadline situation has created additional speculation. CBS Sports analyst Jack Maloney wrote that the Sky should be sellers at the deadline, suggesting they should listen to offers for players except Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. However, Sky reporter Carly Bell noted that if the team wanted to acquire a point guard quickly after Courtney Vandersloot's injury, they might need to trade significant assets. General manager Jeff Pagliocca made comments about expectations for Angel before a game against the Liberty. He stated that the Sky need more production from her, particularly in terms of facilitating outside the post. These were his actual words to reporters, not interpretation. Fan reaction has been mixed but vocal. Social media comments range from support to frustration, with some calling for trades and others defending the player. After recent roster moves, including signing Sevgi Uzun and waiving Mariah Jefferson, fan opinions have been particularly divided. The statistical impact of Angel's absence is clear. She's averaging 14.2 points and 12.6 rebounds per game when healthy, leading the league in rebounding. Her 44.4 field goal percentage shows efficiency issues, but her rebounding impact is undeniable. The Sky's current 8-game losing streak coincides with Angel's absence, though correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation. The team has also been without Ariel Atkins due to leg injury and Courtney Vandersloot, who suffered a season-ending ACL tear. Looking at historical context, this is Angel's second season making the All-Star team while the Sky missed the playoffs. The pattern is concerning for both player and franchise, though injuries have played a significant role in both seasons. The 2026 draft situation adds another layer. While some analysts speculate about tanking, there's no evidence the Sky are deliberately losing. Their injuries are documented and legitimate. The team's struggles appear to be genuine competitive issues rather than strategic positioning. What's particularly interesting is how other teams have managed similar situations. The Fever's success without Clark shows the importance of roster depth. The Sky's struggles highlight their lack of supporting cast, which was supposed to be addressed through off-season acquisitions that haven't panned out as hoped. Tyler Marsh faces a challenging situation as a first-year head coach. He's dealing with significant injuries, a struggling roster, and the pressure of managing a high-profile player's health. His comments have remained professional and focused on player safety. The medical aspect deserves attention. Back injuries in basketball can be particularly tricky. The Sky's cautious approach aligns with standard medical protocol for such injuries. Rushing a player back too quickly could result in more serious long-term damage. Recent reports indicate the team is taking things day by day. There's no official timeline for Angel's return, which is typical for back injuries where recovery can be unpredictable. The team has emphasized that her long-term health is the priority. The broader WNBA context matters here. Television ratings have shown significant drops when star players are absent. The league benefits when players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are on the court, making these injuries particularly impactful for the sport's growth. Looking ahead, the Sky face critical decisions. With the trade deadline approaching, they must evaluate whether to make moves for this season or build for the future. These are strategic decisions every struggling team faces, not unique conspiracies. The financial implications are real. Angel Reese is on a rookie contract making less than $100,000 per year. Her social media following of 4.8 million Instagram followers shows her marketing value exceeds her on-court salary significantly. The team dynamics question remains complex. While there were documented issues last season, the current situation appears primarily injury-related. The new coaching staff has been working to establish their culture, which takes time regardless of personnel. What happens next depends on multiple factors. Angel's recovery timeline, the team's performance, and front office decisions will all play roles. These are normal basketball operations considerations, not dramatic conspiracies. The Sky's upcoming schedule includes several winnable games if they can get healthy. However, with their current record, playoff hopes are essentially eliminated. This reality affects how aggressive they'll be in bringing players back from injury. For Angel Reese personally, this season has been frustrating but not career-defining. Many players deal with injury challenges early in their careers and return stronger. The key is proper recovery and maintaining mental health during the rehabilitation process. The fan perspective deserves consideration. Sky fans have endured multiple disappointing seasons. Their frustration is understandable, though directing it at injured players isn't productive. Building a winning culture takes time and patience. The media coverage has been intense, sometimes crossing into speculation. It's important to separate confirmed reports from opinion and rumor. The facts alone tell a compelling story without embellishment. The coaching staff continues working with available players. Development of young players like Camila Cardozo becomes even more important when stars are sidelined. This presents opportunities for role players to prove themselves. The comparison to other teams' injury management is instructive. Successful franchises prioritize long-term health over short-term gains. The Sky appear to be following this model with Angel's injury, despite the immediate impact on wins and losses. Statistical analysis shows the Sky's offensive efficiency drops significantly without Angel, but their defensive issues persist regardless. This suggests systemic problems beyond just missing one player, indicating needed improvements in coaching and roster construction. The upcoming trade deadline will be telling. If the Sky makes significant moves, it will signal their organizational direction. If they stand pat, it suggests faith in the current core once healthy. Either approach has merit depending on internal evaluations. The league-wide impact of these injuries extends beyond just two teams. The WNBA's growth trajectory depends partly on star power. When marquee players miss extended time, it affects attendance, ratings, and overall interest. This creates pressure to return quickly, which teams must resist for player safety. For Angel Reese, the focus should remain on recovery. Back injuries require patience and proper rehabilitation. Rushing back could lead to chronic issues that affect her entire career. The Sky's cautious approach, while frustrating for fans, appears medically appropriate. The team's communication about the situation has been limited but consistent. They've maintained the day-to-day designation without providing specific timelines. This approach, while sometimes frustrating for media and fans, is standard for managing injury information. Looking at successful returns from similar injuries, the prognosis is generally positive if properly managed. Many players have dealt with back issues early in their careers and gone on to have successful, lengthy careers. The key is not rushing the recovery process. The organizational challenges extend beyond just this season. The Sky need to evaluate their roster construction, coaching systems, and medical staff performance. These are standard evaluations for any struggling franchise, not indicative of deeper conspiracies. In conclusion, Angel Reese's absence from the Chicago Sky is primarily about a documented back injury and appropriate medical caution. While past locker room dynamics and current team struggles create additional context, the core story is about a young player dealing with an injury while her team struggles with depth issues. The situation will resolve through time, medical treatment, and organizational decisions. Speculation about ulterior motives or hidden agendas isn't supported by available evidence. The facts themselves tell the story of a struggling franchise dealing with injuries to key players. What do you think about how the Sky have handled this situation? Should they be more transparent about Angel's injury, or is their cautious approach appropriate? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more factual WNBA coverage as this story continues to develop.